Even iron. Work starts next week. And make sure you arrive on time, as orientation begins at 9 a.m.
Finally. I was kind of getting worried my interview didn't go that well. Hey there! Triggered here. Monster Employer is a Roblox puzzle game? Well, that's what it says on the front page. Developed by Molar Studios, the goal of the game is rather simple. Hire monsters that fit the company's requirements for the day. Failure means, well, you're fired, or you get a warning from your boss and will send someone to watch for your mistakes. And if you make another mistake again, well, you get fired. That's pretty self-explanatory. In total, there are around 20 plus monsters in the game, 15 of which I have encountered personally. Now, immediately when I began playing the game, I noticed how similar the interview room was to the FNAF Pizzeria Simulator's Salvage Room, in terms of layout and lighting. However, the atmosphere between the two is very different. Pizzeria's Simulator's Salvage Room is an eerie and creepy room, having only you and the animatronics found in the back alley to be salvaged and redeployed. However, in Monster Employer, the tables are very different. Instead, you are interviewing monsters to see if they fit the company's current criteria. Now, before I jump into the actual game mechanics, I actually want to talk about the world building of this game, which is very well done. The larger part of the world is only shown through glimpses through monsters that come into the building to be processed by you during the interviews you conduct. What is known from my own investigation that other companies actually do hire monsters for work, like using spreadsheets or fax machines, which is stated by one of the monsters, Musket, an adorable little man that's just happy to be here and honestly seems like a great guy to work with. Additionally, there's reference to a monster navy, suggesting there are militaries that are permanently deploying monsters, seen from Officer and Phoenicia, who came here to hopefully get a job back in the military. I really like the way devs handled the world building, as besides monsters getting unemployed, it also helps us let us know what kind of jobs monsters have taken in this world and how humanity has adapted to it. We the player are the only human character we are aware of, with some monsters even mentioning it directly to us. In this world, humanity and monsters now coexist together, working with each other, but for whatever reason, they started getting unemployed. But considering there's a monster military, it could be implied that monsters and humanity work together possibly for years or decades. Only recently did things start going down for monsterkind in terms of the workforce. The company in the game is not named as far as I'm concerned, which I'm a little disappointed by. However, its name is well known by monsterkind within the local groups. So far, in specific regions like the sewers,
Why did you choose us?
the forest,
Why did you choose us?
the news of the company being spread about is such an interesting idea that I really love the devs going into, even if it's only minor. It's never stated what the company does or what jobs the monsters are given, but I have a theory. We likely work for an employment agency that works day to day for specific corporations from time to that day. As each day passes, there are different corporations that need specific aspects from the monsters. And here's the current list: happy, sad, gross, scary, mask, deceitful, talkative, and quiet. From day-to-day work hours, one of the 8 classifications will be selected for that day, and the player will either need to directly observe the monster's appearance or ask questions about the monster to see if they meet the current day's requirements to be employed. And assuming you make it past the first 9 days on the 10th day, and going forward every other 10th day, you will encounter an unknown monster. Our boss calls us, letting us know about the threat and how to deal with it. It is essentially mini-games, or a boss battle, requiring players to be quick on their feet to push back the beast. As far as I am aware, a total of 3 different bosses, of each which I'll give them nicknames, since they are actually never given names in-game. Purple Face, a large lanky creature that moves closer to you with each step. He wears what appears to be a worn-out coat and I think is sweet. I'm not quite sure though. Phone Guy, appearing as a pair of eyes, a phone that he holds close to himself, and a chair that he pushes towards you containing another rotary phone that he seemingly wants you to use. And finally, Angel. A blurry image of an angel that slowly flies towards you, flapping its wings. Notably, each of the monsters have their own unique music themes specific to them. So far, there's only about 30 days worth of content with 3 unique bosses that you will encounter. However, the game has one last thing to throw at us, which is the game's most mysterious character that I just simply going to call Big Red. Big Red will appear randomly between days and won't really do much or respond to questions, except for his initial question. We ask, or simply says, sorry, apparatus. Interesting. And he won't really respond to any of the questions you ask him, except for one, what are you looking for? Which he'll respond with saying that you are not what you're looking for, press the check mark. I'm not quite sure if you get affected negatively or positively by pressing the check mark or the X button. Oh, and I failed to mention this earlier. Upon arriving, he will actually cause both the radio and the question device to slightly malfunction, pulling up the static where it simply shows encrypted messages constantly appearing, saying you must press the check mark or it's doomed. Still have no idea what this means, but other than that, he doesn't really do much. It's possible he's a form of Monster G-Man, and actually, as a matter of fact, I think he's meant to be the Monster G-Man of the game. I'm not quite sure though, so don't take me at face value. And that's it. So, at least that's all the game has to offer. What's my verdict? I think the game is fantastic and has a lot of potential within it to become something truly spectacular. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. And hey, if you like what you see, consider subscribing. And with that, I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.